think we're in. Give me a second. Let me just check. How are we looking? I think we're live. Okay, fantastic. Alright. I just got my what is it called here? Live stream control room set up so I can look at my chat while playing this game. So, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Stump! And welcome back to Critical Ops. I disappeared for a week because, well, my family came over for the week because Illinois shut down. Everything's shutting down. COVID-19 is scaring everybody to shit. It's going downhill from here. But all we can do is go up. Speaking of going up, I have not posted up anything this past week. Hello, Steam Rage. Welcome. So, I figured that to start the stream, I'd go and just go over some of the things that I wanted to post this week but didn't get around to doing because I'm a lazy piece of shit. Anyways, first thing that I want to go over is using radar. So, I'm going to do something real quick. Give me a hot minute. I'm going to make myself my own little room here, preferably diffuse room, and I am going to do something cool. Alright, give me a second. I'm going to try something here. I'm going to show you guys how the radar actually works in this game. And I'm going to show you how it is affected with moving around the map, in a way. Give me a second here. Waiting for my phone to boot up. I got the game on my phone as well as on my tablet. So that way I can just do things by myself, so I can do all that fun shindig stuff. Alright, let me get it set up here. Gonna do that. Alright, and we're in. Okay. This should work. One second. Hey, there we go. That's my old account that I used on my phone a while ago. And I don't like the fact that it's got 7 minutes and 30 seconds on it. So I guess that's how much time I have for it. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Alright, so how the radar works. As you can see in the top left, you can barely see it, but hang on, I have an idea. Let's do this real quick. Let's do this. Ah, there we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Alright, so as you can see right in the middle of the screen, the blue arrow, that is you. That is your player icon. And your teammates' icons are going to be the blue circles running next to you. And if they flash white, that is when they are shooting, and you could also be able to hear them through your headphones. Now, for the enemy team, it is much different. For the enemy team, their blips are actually red. So I'm just going to scoot my way out here. This is really awkward. Alright. So as you can see on my screen, on the radar, you can see the red blip. That is the enemy player, as you can see right there, next to the radar. Now, you can see that he's shooting, and nothing's really happening. But when he walks behind a wall, you see those question marks? That means that there's an enemy nearby. So, to do that, to figure out where he is, you just got to look in the location of where these question marks are coming from. So as you can see, they mostly cluttered around the edge right there between Banana and Mid Hall. So, if we go around here, look for our player. There he is. How you doing, buddy?
Coalition wins.
So that's how radar would work, in a sense. Alright, got a question here. What do I think is better, high sensitivity or low sensitivity? For me personally, I prefer a sensitivity lower than 5, if that's what you're constituting as lower sensitivity. I usually run about a 4.2, but it will be different for other players, and it would be different for different devices. So, let's say you're playing on a tablet, and you have more room to look around and aim rather than on a phone, since it's a smaller screen. So you would want to have a higher sensitivity. No, wait. Yes, you would want a higher sensitivity for smaller screens and a lower sensitivity for larger screens. Unless you're a psychopath and want to go full 10 sensitivity, X and Y, tablet, don't even give a shit. Anyways. Now, next thing on my list of things to talk about is map movement. Map movement is kind of a hard thing to discuss since... Oh, well, I didn't mean to do that. I'm going to fix that real quick. So, map movement requires map knowledge. You need to have a basic understanding of the map you're playing on in order to understand what is the fastest route to certain spots on the map. I'm going to fix this real quick. Gonna do that. That's all the small I could get. Cool. Alright. We should be good. So, let's just go into a deathmatch and I'm going to show you guys exactly what I mean by map movement. So, essentially, map move is just the ability to know where things are and not look where you're going. So you can walk backwards around any map and know exactly where you're going. That's essentially the objective you want to try and get to be able to walk around backwards on any map. I don't personally do it, but it helps if you're trying to retreat tactically, which means you're just walking backwards into the enemy fire. Anyways, we're going to warm up with some deathmatch. What a great transition that was, wasn't it? Right into warming up. How's that for Team Biscuits? Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Good night. Oh, I heard that. That was an M1887 if I ever heard one. And there's someone who went behind us. Backstabbing Mollocks. Where are you? I'll let you have that. And another thing that I'm going to be discussing after this little warm-up session here is what is the best guns in the game. Not just the best gun, because there's different classes of guns, like submachine guns, assault rifles, snipers. Obviously, the ratio is going to be the best one, but each one has its own little quirks. Ooh, was that a headshot? Was that another headshot? That was not a headshot. Anyways, I'll be getting into the details after this little session we have here. Should be about another 6 minutes. Ow. Run, but you cannot outrun your inevitable death. Looks like someone's trying to sound. He's gonna come right here. Nope, I lied. He's gonna come right here. Wow, I did not see him. When will I upload a new video? What will it be about? You know, I tend to not give too much away about my videos just because I don't want to give too much away. If you guys want to look it up from someone else, I mean, you can if you want, but most of my stuff is unique. And I honestly haven't figured out what I'm going to be talking about in my next video, but the stuff I'm talking about right now is what I was supposed to be posting up this week and last week. So I'm trying to make up for that with this live stream here. It's a prompt to live stream, an improvised live stream. Aww, hit me with the MR96. But anyways, expect a live stream Saturday. I will be ranking Saturday, for those who want to know. Woohoo! Look out! Getting hot and spicy. Oh, hello, we have Mr. Telekinesis here. Or is it Psychokinesis? It could be either one, honestly. Diced Bear. Oh! Well, hello. You shouldn't be there. And he's gone. It's all gone. You're not very sneaky. I can hear you jumping. And also one thing that I've noticed is that their blips, the enemy team's blips, will not show up on the radar. I think it's a bug. So, yeah. Fun little factoid there for you. Oh, he's dead now. And I have 4 bullets. Make them count. Alright, let's make these 4 bullets count. There, he made 3 of them count. Yep, I will be streaming about tomorrow, not the same time, obviously. My family is planning on going back to Illinois to pick some stuff up for grocery-wise, because everything's just closing. Everything's just closing, and it's just, it's crazy times these times are, but you have back. I think. Are we back? There we go. We're back. I think we're back. Sorry about that. Omelet Arcade has a mind of its own sometimes. Garbage! I mean, I could get a capture card and make this a lot better, but I honestly don't think money is necessary right now. Thank you for the assist there. There you are. Good night. Headshot. 1 tap. You heard that too, right? You like my tips and tricks? Thank you. I put a lot of time and effort into making each one of my videos. And by a lot of time and effort, I mean I just take one day to just record one day to type up my script, one day to record everything, and one day to just edit everything and post it on the same day. And I haven't really been sticking to that system as of late. Nice shot. But, it's a process. It's my creative process. And GG. I really want to change my knife skin, but I don't really care about it. Anyways, so what was I going to talk about? That's right, the best guns in the game. So if we go to our loadout here, we're going to go ahead and start with pistols. Now, in the loadout, it does really show you the weapon statistics, which if Critical Ops would watch these, they would have an understanding of what this game actually needs. And if you could put the gun statistics with the loadout, that would be just swell. Anyways, the best gun here in the pistol category would have to go to either the MR96 or the GSR 1911. There is a debate between these two pistols because the GSR 1911, obviously, it's silenced, which means the question marks on the radar are not going to appear, unlike the GSR. And it is great at close quarters combat, and it can do one tap potential damage to enemy players. However, with the GSR, or not the GSR, the MR96, it has a high damage capacity, meaning that it can hit headshots from further away. Your favorite P250 skin? The Peacock? Yeah, I don't really like it that much. I prefer the Phoenix. I'm going to re-equip that real quick. Anyways. So, the GSR, better at close quarters. So, if you're on a map that is in close quarters, then you would probably want to pick up the GSR if you plan on going to long distance shooting or have corridors that are longer distanced, then the MR96 is your way to go because it has guaranteed headshot potential. So, with that out of the way, let's go on to the submachine guns. Now, obviously, the P90 has 50 bullets. It can do 2 shots to the head, kill anyone instantly. However, its spread is a bit problematic. But my go-to submachine gun would have to be the MP5. Obviously, you've seen me play with the MP5. It is very underrated in close quarters combat. But the gun that I believe is the best gun for the submachine gun would have to be... Hang on, I'm trying to think of when I've actually played with these guns, because I hardly play with any others except for the MP5 or the P90. So I guess my opinion doesn't matter. But, I'm just trying to think. You got the Vector, it's silenced, it's got great spray control, little to none recoil, and, however, it takes 3 shots to the head for a kill shot. So that gun is just gone. We got a quick question here. How long have you been playing COPS? I have been playing since 2017, ever since they took it off of PC, which I think was in 2016. Well, I guess. It came out in 2015. I started playing it when they took it off of PC, so around 2016. So I've been playing it for about, what year is it? About 4 years? Yeah. Very dedicated to the game. Alright, so continuing on. The MPX, one of the newer SMGs, it I believe has the... Wait a second. Okay, I thought I was tripping. It is the only gun in this game where you have to pull up for the recoil. I've noticed it before, and I'm pretty sure everyone else has, but I'm going to say it. It is the only gun in this game where you have to pull up to counter the recoil. Every other gun, you have to pull down. Alright. Now, the MP7... The MP7, it has a higher rate of fire than the MP5, and it also does the same amount of damage. Its spread is a lot smaller as well. So I would have to say the MP7 would be your next best gun compared to the P90, which is your noob rush gun. If you don't know what a noob rush is, it is essentially where a player just runs into a corridor and it just holds down the fire button. It's like WM1 for on PC. So, I would have to say if you're in a pinch, the MP7 would be your best bet, or if you're really struggling, the MP5, super underrated. But if you have the money, P90 it's as good as an AR, but it's not good at distance shooting, unlike the ARs, which is our next category. So, the SA-58. It essentially is the only burst rifle in this game. It can do pretty decent damage if you know how to control the recoil, which I haven't bothered to learn yet. But it shoots 5 bullets at a time and carries 30 bullets in the clip, which originally it only had 25, which was stupid. But they increased it, which makes it better in a way. So, if you don't hit the head and just hit the body shots, you're going to need about 2 bursts to kill someone, and that is about a second and a half. Let me see if I'm a pro. What, you mean like rank-wise? Recently I deranked to Diamond 1 because I'm stupid. But, back to what I'm getting at here. So SA-58, if you don't have enough money to make a full buy, it is a good weapon to use. Just make sure you gotta pull down when you shoot it. Now, the M4, I'd have to say it is very good. Not right now, sorry. I'm busy. I would say it is pretty good against AK-47s because it's got a higher rate of fire than the AK-47. Hang on, I gotta tell this guy I'm busy. Hang on. Where is he at? Get over here. Alright. So, M4. Not what was it for? M4. You having a bad team in a rank? I know, me too. It is just garbage when you have teammates that are not warmed up. Essentially, you're playing against players that have warmed up while playing with players that haven't warmed up. Anyways, the M4. It does good against the AK, but if you're good with the AK, okay, so let's say you got 2 players who are exactly the same. It's a hard scenario to come by, but let's just say they're exactly the same in skill level. Like, their crosshair placement is perfect, their timing is perfect. I said I'm busy! So if... What was I saying about this gun? It is good, but not as good as the AK-47. And I have the same skin for these guns for some reason because I feel like it, alright? Don't judge me. I like the skin. The skin is nice. It is very spicy. AK-47 has 1 tap. It has decent range. And it is the overall best gun for the ARs. The HK-47 is good, but it doesn't really have a lot of bullets in the clip, which brings down its value compared to the other guns but it does have a really far one-hit, one-tap potential. I'm low rank because I didn't play rank, but now I want to be special ops and my team doesn't have the game sense. Well, game sense comes with time. However, synergy with your team comes even better. So if you can find yourself a squad to hang out with, some friends to play with constantly, you'll be able to build synergy with those guys, and you'll be able to essentially play better with those players. Sorry, I just ate dinner. You'll be able to make more Streamlabs? Well, this is the first time I've seen you on here. Please refrain from sending long messages. The HK, it is very underrated. That's what I was getting to. It has a very long one-tap potential. It's longer than the AKs, and it's about as long as the SGs, which is what I'm going to get to. However, its fire rate and its clip size devalue the gun in a sense. So, it has more cons than pros. So, the HK-47 is good, but it's not good enough to be worth buying. Now, the AUG, the AUG, don't use it. I mean, sure, it has a high fire rate. It's an M4 on steroids. However, it is a 2-hit headshot, which I don't agree with. The only thing that could make this gun better is they've added a scope to it, like a quick scope, not like a sniper scope, something like a crosshair style scope from the snipers, but it doesn't zoom in all the way, like half the zoom distance. But it's silent. I mean, that's what you got going for it. It's not worth buying it. But the one that is very overpowered, but really isn't worth buying, is the SG-551. It has about the same fire rate, if not a higher fire rate than the AK-47. I don't know the exact numbers. It has a higher damage output than the AK-47, which means its one-tap potential distance is much longer. And it also has 30 bullets in the clip, but it is pricey. I think it is around $3,200 in defuse. An ACOG. I don't know what ACOG is, honestly. I'm not very familiar with weapon accessories. I'm just familiar with video games. I am a very sad human being. Anyways, SG-551 is the best gun, but it is pricey. But overall, the AK-47 is your best bet. Just plain and simple. So, the next guns we're going to go over is the shotguns. Why should we go over shotguns, honestly? Well, I guess we should. I would say that the M1887, one of the newer guns added from the Wild West event from Critical Ops. Why, though? It's okay. It does a decent amount of damage. It has a decent distance in which it covers. It's got smaller spread so you can hit the target with more pellets. I know, right? In almost every game, the AUG has the scope. It does. Except this game. Why? Who knows? That's something to take up with the developers, which I will not do because I have my own opinions. But M1887, the only reason you wouldn't buy it is because it's got only 5 shells in the chamber, but the reload animation is just awesome. Anyways, it doesn't have a reload animation for some reason. The FP6, it's, I think, $1,100 in the store or in Diffuse. Do you think you get a knife out of 20 premium cases? I wouldn't know because I never bought 20 premium cases in a row because I don't spend money on this game. All of these skins that I have gotten have been through me just playing over the years and also doing the season passes. But anyways, the FP6, it's decent. It has a slightly slower fire rate than the M1887, and it is like, I think, a couple $100 more expensive than the M1887 as well. It's spread, not too terrible. It could get the job done, but I would personally not buy shotguns, honestly. Which brings me to Super 90. Why would you spend $2,200 on a freaking shotgun? This shotgun brings blood rushing to my cranium because it wants to explode for how bonkers this gun is. It is an auto shotgun. It does crazy amount of damage per second. I hate that they move for credits for missions. Yeah, right? I know. I want the credits back for the missions. Let's start a campaign right now. Bring back the credits for the missions. It is stupid that you remove them, but I believe the reason why is because they want to bring in more monetary currency, like actual currency, so that way you don't get access to credits easily, because it is a valuable resource in this game, also, as well as the gems, which I don't use all that much to unlock skins, because it's just me. But anyways, Super 90. Auto shotgun. It's got a small spread so it can hit farther distances, but its damage is a lot lower than the FP6. Honestly, if all else fails and you don't have the money for anything, I would probably go with the either FP6 or M1887. Just depending on how your game is going. You can only buy cases or pass with real money now. I mean, you could, or you could save up your credits by not doing the lucky spin. I learned that the hard way. But if I were to say either the M1887 or the FP6, those would be your best shotguns to go for, but you really don't need shotguns considering that their range is low. So if you don't have the money for it, you could get it, but I would just prefer to use a high damage pistol, like for example the GSR 1911 or the MR96. Just make sure you don't miss. Anyways, on to the snipers. TRG 22. It is a scout rifle. It does 2 shots to the body. It has a high rate of fire. Its movement speed is about as good as the knife. It is really fast. It is really hard to hit shots if you're moving because the inaccuracy on the gun while running is bad in a sense. So TRG, if you're in a pinch and you want to shoot headshots and be fancy, go ahead, use it. But it's mostly used for practicing with the snipers, essentially getting a feel for how the sniper scope works, so you can just like run around, hit headshots, do all that. But it is probably one of the best guns to no-scope with. It's fun to no-scope with the TRG, because you can either hit the head, which is awesome, or you can hit body shots, but you will die if you try to hit them up close. Anyways, the next gun, the Ratio, best sniper, not gonna lie. If you don't know what quick switching is, which I call it stumping because I can, and I have, and I did, and I will forever and always. If you don't know what quick switching is, it is where after you shoot the Ratio, after you shoot a shot, you hit your weapon slot, your weapon box twice in rapid succession. But if you're eco in your close range map, a shotgun could be very useful. Yep, that's right. I think the only close range maps you need to worry about is Raid. Sorry for hitting my mic. Is Raid, Bureau in the mid area. Legacy is one. I'm pretty sure. What's another one? Grounded's not really one. Canals isn't really one. Plaza isn't really one. I don't think Port is either. So just Raid, Bureau, and Legacy. Those are the only ones that really can benefit using a shotgun if you don't have the money for it. Am I from Europe? No, why? Do you think I have a British accent or some foreign accent? No, I'm from the US. I'm from Indiana. No, I'm not from Europe. I'm from the US of A. I was born in Indiana, then moved to Illinois, was raised in Illinois. Now we're moving back to Indiana because jobs are better over here. And you can tell we move where the money is. Oh, jeez. I'm stirring up a riot here with 4 people. Anyways, up next, the SVD. It's an auto sniper. You said it was tired. It was almost 12 a.m. here. No, actually, right now, it is currently 6:31. 6:32, maybe. 6:31. So yeah. What time is it over where you're at? I want to know. Where are you guys watching from? Put it in the chat. I want to see where you guys are watching from. Hopefully before the stream decides to disconnect. 11:31 in the UK. Uh-oh. We got a little lag there. In the UK, the Netherlands. Holy crap. We're all over Europe and Asia, too. Nice. It's awesome. I'm international now with 500, almost 590 subscribers. Yeah, 590 subscribers. I have international subscribers. This is crazy. To be honest, I never thought I'd get this far, but I just want to thank you guys for spamming symbols. Gang, gang. How it be? Oh, my. So, where were we? Oh, yeah, the SVD. The SVD, it is an auto sniper. It does one tap. It has one taps like the M14, but the SVD can also hit one taps in the chest. And the only reason it's not any better than any of the other guns is because its movement speed is the slowest in the game. And its recoil is like the Deagle. You know what I'm saying? I actually didn't mention the Deagle when I was talking about pistols. The Deagle can hit one taps as well, but you gotta time it. It's really finicky. Like, the closer you are, the faster you can shoot, but the further away you are, the longer you have to wait before you can shoot. So, in the SVD, I wouldn't consider buying it because the M14, it has like no recoil if you're only just burst firing with it, and it's got 8 bullets in a clip. Huh. I don't know what Streamlabs is doing. I am not in control of that. I'm not using Streamlabs. I'm using Omelette Arcade. But I think it's going through Streamlabs from my PC, which I have it connected to my YouTube account, and that's a whole nother story. But M14, it would be a very good weapon to use if you have the cash to spend on it and defuse. But that is nothing compared to the ratio, because you can hit several consecutive shots, one hit anyone within at least a second. I'm pretty sure it takes 1 second to fire off 2 shots for the U ratio if you're doing the quick switch. So, that is my personal opinion on which guns are the best guns to use in the game. And for those who weren't here when this all started, my personal best picks for each gun would be either the GSR or the MR96. Sometimes I'm pro the ratio, sometimes I really suck. Yeah, it happens. You have on days and off days, but it's the off days that really get you down. You just got to push through and work hard to get better at whatever you're trying to do. It's mental. It's all mental. Anyways, best pistols in my opinion, the GSR 1911 or the MR96. The best submachine gun would be either the MP7 if you're in a pinch or the P90 if you have the money for it. The best assault rifle, AK-47 hands down, but if you have money to spare, use the SG-551. Essentially, it's all about how much money you have. If you're going to go eco or you're going to full buy, that's what I'm basing this off of. The XD for pistol rounds, I'm not going to talk about that. The best shotgun to use would be the FP6 or the M1887. Money being involved in that as well. The best sniper, obviously, is the Euratio, or I'd have to say between the two auto snipers, I'd go with the M14 over the SVD. I don't know why they added the SVD. I think they just wanted to add another weapon to the roster because the other snipers were getting lonely. Quarantine is not good for my mental health. Is it for anyone, really? But one thing I forgot to mention is the knives. To be honest, I'm not sure exactly which knife would be best in each scenario. It would depend on if you're going for like some sort of frag compilation, or if you're just wanting to show off your skins that you got. Which, by the way, I don't have this at all. Wait, that's only 5. How much is? It's only 5. Oh, well then, I have motivation to buy stuff now. Really hope I get a remix Power Surge. I hope so too. If you're gonna spend money, I would hope so too. But to be honest, I don't think it really matters what knife you use. It's just as long as you find it comfortable, or you just want to show off your new skin, you just use it. But anyways, that is all that is there. Tier 6, 5k blue credits. Tier 7, 20k blue credits. What are you talking about? What knife are you talking about? Remix Power Surge. Knives, right. I know what you're talking about. Knives, but which knife specifically? The tac tool, the tactical axe, Remix Power Surge. This one. Well, I have Purple Damascus. I really wanted to switch that because it was getting annoying with the other one. I didn't like it. Anyways, honestly, that's all I had planned for this live stream. I just wanted to go and show you guys what all I was working on, what all I wanted to get done, but couldn't because the family came over, kind of interrupted the workflow. I was helping them and all that, so I put family over YouTube, and I think that is what is important. So, thank you guys so much for tuning into the live stream. If you want to see any other content that I put online, go ahead and check out my channel. And for those who stuck around, thank you. And that's it. Alright, I'm gonna cut the live stream off here. So, make sure you guys stay safe, alright? Stay safe during this quarantine, alright? Peace out.